So we got some Chandler PD out here, right here on Arizona and Erie Road.
I've been with you like
Hey, bud.
How y'all doing? Good, good.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything good.
Okay.
Y'all all right?
Yeah. I mean, Matt,
Hey, sir. By all means, you can videotape, but can you step back a little bit just so we have our scene? Just a little bit more. If you could go line up with that trash can, that'd be perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
So your daughter that lives in Chandler lives down this way?
Yeah, the one that you saw up what?
Okay, she lives right down there.
Right down there.
Hey, you mind if I get your name and badge number?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Officer B back with 731.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions?
What y'all arresting her for?
Oh, that's kind of her business, but if you want to go to our records department, you can request a copy of the report.
You mind if I get a incident number?
I don't have it on my hand.
Can you
go
call and
down
get
there
it?
and just request, hey, the case that Officer Beback was a part of near the Little Caesars, I would like to know about that case.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can't give me the incident number?
I don't have it on me.
You got a supervisor I can speak to?
Yeah, you can request one. You want me to?
Yes, please. All I need is an incident number. You don't have to call the supervisor. Just
No,
give me
I'll
the
get,
incident
I'll
number.
get a supervisor here.
It's just as easy to get an incident number. I've gotten it before. Give me a supervisor. I don't understand that.
Cedar 920.
I really don't understand that. You want to waste those supervisors' time instead of just giving me an incident number?
No, I'd rather
All
come
right,
over here and answer any
perfect,
questions that you have.
perfect.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
What kind of way do I feel?
I don't know. You seem upset.
Okay.
That's all.
You just being a dickhead. That's all that
I
is.
feel like
That's
I'm
all
not
it
being
is.
that way. I answered all your questions.
No,
Only
you're
thing
being
is
a
I said I
dickhead.
don't have my incident number on hand, and I can't give it to
You got a radio, don't you?
I'm not going to waste the radio
All right,
space.
perfect. Not
So
a
you
problem.
can ask-
Get your
you can go
supervisor,
down.
man. Get your supervisor.
They're on their way.
All right.
Nothing else going on tonight?
I don't answer questions.
What? There's nothing else going on?
You got a body cam?
I do. It's right here. See?
It's on, right?
It is.
All right. Well, review the camera and see what I said.
Okay. That's fine. Well, it's been fun talking to you. Have a great night.
What a supervisor.
They're on their way. I asked them.
All right.
They don't disappear.
So you use the radio? You use the radio to call a supervisor instead of just using the radio to get an incident number?
Correct.
All right. Bonehead. How you doing? You a supervisor? You don't have to get out the car.
Part of this, what's going on, man?
Are you the supervisor?
Yeah.
Are you the watch commander?
Well, no, I'm a supervisor, but yeah.
Can I get an incident number for this situation?
Sure.
Well, why he couldn't give it to me?
I just got here.
William Adam.
All right, man. I don't want to talk to you, man.
I just got here.
I just need an incident number. That's all.
I'll get you one.
Okay.
What's your name, brother?
I'd rather not do that.
Well, I need to know who I'm talking
No,
to.
you
What's
don't.
your first name?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
First off, let me explain something to you. I address people by their name. That's a
Okay.
respectful thing. Okay?
Well, you can call me good citizen.
We gotta start taking that. Are you good with us?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, thank you.
What's your first name? I don't even care about your last name.
I'd
That's a respect thing.
rather not do that. You can just call me good citizen.
Okay.
Is that okay?
honestly, no. I think that's very disrespectful to you, personally. But if you wanted to be like that, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
really
just
don't
what I
care.
prefer. It's all.
So,
I appreciate it though. This motherfucker's killing me, bro. Fucking clowns.
so here's what I'll ask in the future:
Mm-hmm.
is that when you come up and they're asking for something, do you want this or not, brother?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
When you come up and their officers are busy, just give them an opportunity to get their job done before you start asking them questions. Okay?
Well, they
'Cause
weren't
don't know
really
who
doing
you are.
nothing.
They don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Other than
Yeah,
Joe Citizen.
I waited till they got her in
Yeah, but
cuffs and
let them-
everything, and
but let
it
them-
was
let
like
them
two
do that.
officers standing like 30 feet away from the situation. So that's why I
Just
asked.
let them do their job, and then you can talk to them, and that'll be a much easier situation for you.
Not a problem. I just don't understand why he had to waste your time and come all the way over here just to give me an incident number.
He's conducting his investigation, doing what he's doing. He's got a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on now, and understand you don't understand that.
Yeah,
But
I really don't understand.
just like if I came to your work, I wouldn't try to interfere with your work if I didn't know what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just in my opinion, that would be disrespectful for me to come try to talk to you while you're trying to do your job. Let them finish their job and then talk to them about what you need.
But I don't think he was doing that.
But
to my
are you a police
understanding.
officer?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Well, do you see what I'm saying though? Like if I
Yeah,
came to
yeah.
your work, would you want me to question what you're doing if I don't know what you're doing?
You got a freedom to do that, right?
No, it's a respect thing. Freedoms and respect are two different things, right?
It is.
So
you're saying because I have the freedom, I can't. I still got to be respectful with my freedom.
can't we all just get along, treat people the way you want to be treated, right? Would you want to be disrespected?
I don't feel like I disrespected
I
anybody.
did say you did, brother. Did I say that? No.
No, you didn't say that.
But I'm just saying, just treat people the way you want to be treated. If I come to
yeah.
your job, would you want me to harass you while you're talk to you, bother you, question you what you're doing while you're trying to get your job done? No, that would be disrespectful.
Nah,
Give me a second, let me do this job, and then I'll get with you.
I understand where you're coming from.
So,
I really do. But I appreciate it, though. I appreciate you giving me the incident number. I really hate that you had to waste your time to come all the way out here to do that. But, you know, it was just as easy for him to call you. It was just as easy to say, dispatch, can I get an incident number, right?
yes and no. Again, you don't know what he's doing, right? His job is something that he's doing, because you see there's a number of officers over there, right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to do
Why
stuff.
is there so many officers? What was the situation about?
I don't know.
Don't mind me asking.
You saw me pull up,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they're doing their job.
Yeah, I mean, look, what are they doing right now?
I don't know.
Standing around, right?
I'm over
Doing
here
the same thing they've been doing the whole time I was here.
But I'm over here talking to you. I can't answer that.
It just looked like just standing around. It don't look like they're doing no actual work. That's why I asked when they were standing over here doing the exact same thing. You know, I understand they may have just been talking about the situation and they may have been doing work, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that hard to just say, you know, because you work in the public, right? You guys work in the public for the public, right?
Yeah.
So there's gonna be times where it could be a whole crowd of people out here yelling and screaming and saying things to you guys and saying
But that's not right either.
it's not right, but you don't know, like the situations are different where you don't know, things can get heightened. You may have been dealing with some of their family members and stuff like that. So
Is this one of your family members?
I'd rather not answer that question, but you know, just hypothetically, you know what I'm saying? You don't know, you're in the public, so you're gonna be dealing with the public, right? I don't think it would be such a like, oh, you're harassing me because I asked you a question. You know what I'm saying?
So interfering or harassing, depending on how you look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let them do their job. Like I said, once they're done, officer, hey, can I talk to you? Yeah. Can I get this report number?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah,
But while you're trying to do it while they're in the middle of doing their job, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've got somebody in their car, they've got their property, they're trying to do that, amongst other things over there.
Yeah.
You know, so your timing was probably just a little bit off.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand that.
So
All right, well, I appreciate your time.
all right. Well, hopefully you got enough battery in that thing to record this.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of battery.
Make sure you get my good side.
So
Okay.
you got a bad side?
Hell no.
So what
Come
you
on
mean
now.
by the good side, dude?
Well, I got a better side.
Okay.
So why are you so scared to give me your name? Why can't I just talk to you like a man? I don't even care what your last name is.
No, because I know you guys, how you guys operate. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
You know, it's like
No,
that name
that's
and
a bias. That's a bias. That's like me saying because you're wearing those beads that I know how you are because you're
Okay,
wearing
let
those
me
beads.
ask you this:
That's
Why
not
is it
fair.
so important for you to get my name?
I already told you it's just a respect thing for me. I'm old school.
Okay, well,
Hey, you doesn't. That's not very respectful.
right.
Yo, bro, and that's not respectful.
Well, to me,
But hey,
it's okay.
John,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
respectful. You have a
Yeah,
good night,
yeah.
John. Is
Right,
respectful.
Okay.
Dude, brother, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
respectful.
But to
You're
me,
grown-
it
you're a
is.
grown-ass man.
I'm okay with brother or
You're a grown-ass
dude.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
you know,
but again,
I'm okay with that.
that's not, and that's fine.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
know what? Not everybody is. So
Right,
everybody's
right.
okay with their first name because that's what their mama gave them, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
So, and that's just respect, man.
Yeah, I understand.
Treat people the way you want to be treated, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Now, you don't even have to think about that
I
one.
mean, yeah, but I wouldn't care if you called me dude. And I mean, I would probably call you dude. You know what I'm saying? But you may
and I
not
might
like
have a problem
it.
with that. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
like, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, I understand that. You know,
Right.
everybody had their vices. You know,
Yeah.
their gripes, and
Yeah.
I understand that.
You know, just treat people the way you want to be treated. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah. I think we getting along pretty fine,
Yeah,
right?
we all breathe the same air. We all put our pants on the same way, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay? But it is a bias because you say, well, I know how y'all are.
Oh.
You never done met me until tonight.
I might
Correct?
have met you before. I might have came across
Are
you
you from
before.
Seatown?
From Seatown?
Yeah. No, obviously not with that Detroit freaking tat right there. Come on now.
No,
Come on now.
No, I'm not from Seatown, no. But yeah. Yeah, it's but like I said, you know, it seemed like it's like a kind of like a crack thing, like, oh, I gotta get that name. It's like you groveling for it. After I've already explained one time that, hey, I'd rather not give my name. That should have been the end of it, right?
No, because I still think it's disrespectful to not to call you by your first name.
And that's how you feel.
Yep.
I can't change how you feel about it, right?
You're right.
You know what
and
I'm saying?
I'm explaining to you why.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So-
I understand that.
You know. So what else is going on?
Nothing much, man. Just
Anything
enjoying this
else?
beautiful night.
It's still a little warm, man.
Yeah, it's a little warm, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you can't.
But hey, so in the future, just do me a solid. Don't say that you know how we are just because we're wearing the uniform, right? That's not fair.
It's
Would you
not
agree?
fair.
It's not fair. What did I say? We're all human. We all breathe the same air. We all put our pants on the same way, correct?
Yeah.
But you're saying I know how you are just because of my.
Well, I
but
mean-
you never done met me as a person. True?
Right, but the first thing you asked was, what was my name?
Yeah,
You
because
know
I
what I'm
told you
saying?
that's how I address people. It's a
Right.
respect thing. I don't want to
Yeah.
disrespect you. Last thing I want you to feel is disrespected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but
it's just 100% respect.
honestly, I don't think it's just a respect thing. I think it's just a part of your duties,
No.
and it's a
No,
part of.
because I could have walked away, but I as a man talking to another grown ass man,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a respect thing. Just like
Right.
when people knuckle, I don't knuckle.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think that's very respectful. You shake a man's hand, right?
Right.
You don't knuckle. That's these youngsters nonsense.
Well, no, it's just a culture thing. You know what I'm saying? Some
It's-
people good with. I'm good with boot, boot, boot. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. But you like to shake hands. That's just your culture and how you operate and how you do things. But
I don't know about culture. It's just a personal preference.
I think it's a culture, like as far as like I said, dude, I'm cool with dude, I'm cool with bro,
Right.
I'm cool with a fist bump. That's the culture that I was raised in and brought up in. You know,
You're older
it's
than that,
okay
Come
to.
on now. You're older than that.
What you mean?
You're not a youngster.
Yeah, but I mean, just because I'm not a youngster, that don't mean that I didn't grow up in that type of culture. You know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
my guess is, if I had to guess, is that you growing up, I guarantee that when your mama asked you, you said yes, ma'am.
No.
That was a respect thing, right?
Yeah, I said yes, but it wasn't like no.
But
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
a-
That's like in the South. In the South, you might see like, oh, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, da 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 da. You
But
know.
it's a respect, correct?
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
and that's the same thing with just, hey, John, I appreciate it, man. You gotta
Right,
go.
right.
So,
Yeah.
so it's not a culture. It's just, like I said, it's 100% respect.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's
And I
still
really
a culture
don't
thing,
don't
though.
care what your name is. If you really want to know the truth, now that because you're worried about it, I
Right,
don't
right.
care. You're not gonna hurt my
I'm not
feelings.
worried about it.
Guess what? I'm gonna go home and sleep just fine, not knowing what your name is.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come to work tomorrow just fine, not knowing what your name is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I
Yeah.
ever talk to you again, hey, bro, what's happening? Nah, that's
And that's all it need to be.
That's
And that's all it
disrespectful,
is. Not to me. It's not. That's perfectly fine with me. I'm perfectly fine with you saying, "Hey, bro, what's good with you?"
But hey, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask that you just don't have your bias, because somebody walks up in this garb right here, and you know how we are.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know me from Adam before we talked, right?
No, I did.
Now you have a little bit better understanding.
A little
Correct?
bit. Yeah, a
A
little
little bit. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
say you completely understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Not to
yeah.
say that you're stupid. That's not what I'm going with.
Right.
I'm just saying that you know who I am now. We've talked. You know what?
Yeah.
You know how I feel about things. You know respect's a big deal with me.
Right.
Okay. So, like I said, it's just do the solid that you, just because I'm wearing the uniform, or this guy next to me, or this gal next to me is wearing the uniform, you don't know how we are. Not until you get to know them. Because I could have said the same thing about a man out here with no shirt wearing beads.
What you could have said.
You're from New Orleans? What do you want me to say, right?
I don't know.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a bias, because you're wearing beads. They toss beads in New Orleans because they are looking for a show,
Yeah.
right? So that's a bias. I don't take a bias, but don't take a bias with us either until you get to know us, right?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Because now
That's
that you
fair.
know me, you can't say, well, I know how you all are because you done met me. You know 100% respect. If
Yeah.
that officer over there doesn't care about your name, doesn't want to call you bro or brother or anything like that, that's on him.
Yeah.
But we're different, right?
Yeah, we're different. Yeah,
We're different.
Absolutely.
So the bias is just because I'm wearing a uniform, saying I know how you all are. Not fair. Not fair.
I don't think it's not fair. It's just that
Should I say because everybody wearing beads is like you, not wanting to give me their name?
I mean
That's not
that's
fair.
a little
That's
a
not
little
fair.
extreme though.
Same thing though. You're wearing something, I'm wearing something, and you judged me because of what I'm wearing.
Not necessarily what you're wearing. It's just the profession in general.
You didn't even give me a chance.
It's just the profession in general where, you know, the first thing you guys want to do is ID. Like
They
that,
do- they
a lot
do
of
care.
times I've seen people where they won't even say hello. They say, "Will you give me your ID?" You know what I'm saying? So it's like it seems like that's just kind of a constant where it's like, okay, everybody that's involved.
Well,
ID,
when we have
ID.
a reason to talk to you, yeah, that's a pretty important piece of our job. Yes, absolutely.
But it shouldn't be. If
shouldn't.
there's no crime being committed,
That's
then
my point. When we're conducting an investigation, it's our job to know who we're talking to.
yeah. But an investigation doesn't mean that there's a crime being committed, right?
Well, that's our job to determine if one has been committed or not, right? That's
But
how
why
we-
would you ask
that's
for
an
ID?
investigation. That's an investigation.
Right, but
So
why
we
would
know who we're
you-
talking to. Let me ask you this: if I just came up and slugged you right in the face and ran off, would you know who I am?
No,
No. If you slugged me in the face, would I know who you are?
no.
Probably a good idea to figure out who we're talking to, right? especially since people say that you know how we are, but just because we show up in a uniform and in a squad car.
I mean, but I don't think that an ID is necessary until you have determined that a crime has been committed, right?
No.
I mean,
For
you
me-
can ask. That's a part of your job. You can ask.
Yeah.
You can ask, just like you did. You asked. There was no crime being committed on my part, but you asked for my
I didn't
name.
even care what your last name was.
Yeah, you didn't care for my name, but you asked for my
I
first
even
name.
asked for your birthday, did I?
No,
I just asked for your name.
right. That's true, but in general, when you guys are coming upon a scene, you say you investigating, but first thing you investigated was give me your
Who
name.
we're talking to, who we're investigating, right? That's why we're here. Listen, cops don't usually show up because something good's happening, right?
Yeah.
When's the last time I come to your cop showed up to your birthday party? None. When did they ever show up to your door on Christmas? Open gifts with you and the family? Never,
No.
right? We don't show up when it's good,
Yeah.
right? We only show up when it's not good.
Some of the times.
Well, it depends.
Sometimes you just show up just because you may have a bias. And a nigga with beads on the sidewalk, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
Like you
he
just
looks
showed up.
suspicious. You
just
know what I'm
showed
saying?
up. No, you interjected yourself. That's why we're talking to you, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have paid no mind to you.
I didn't interject myself.
You did. You asked for the report from the officer.
That was after he addressed me.
to stay back because he didn't know
Right.
who you were.
Exactly.
He didn't know if you had some tie to that person, if you were related to them,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
were involved with them, or if you're just a random stranger that just likes the video cops.
Right.
So it sounds like it's the latter though right now, right?
Which you mean
It's a total stranger that just likes to record cops.
basically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know more about you now. Look at that.
Yeah, you
Look
know
at
a
it.
little
We're
bit
almost
more.
friends at this point. Come on now.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, come on now. Why? Have I not been completely nice to you and respectful?
Yeah, but I know
Why would we not be
you're being
friends?
professional. That's what that is. You know
Brother,
what I'm saying?
I don't have to stand here and talk to you.
You don't. You
I don't.
You really don't.
I could have left 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with my job.
I don't know.
This is me just being personal and
I
respectful.
don't know. You could just like you said. You could just be still. You could be investigating still. I don't know
What
that.
am I going to investigate? What have you done?
I don't know.
I got
That's
nothing to
that's what the point of investigation,
I got
right?
nothing to investigate. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
Except maybe you should have made a better choice on your ink.
on my ink.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my ink?
Should be L.A.
This ink. Oh yeah. Are you an
Yeah,
LA
come on
fan?
now. All day. Born and raised. Come on now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate your time
All right.
and talking with me.
All right, brother. You have a good one, man.
All right, now you too.
Oh, just one last thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you were concerned about names not given, but why did you ask the officer's name?
I did
I know. Why did you?
because he addressed me.
I addressed you and you didn't give me your name. But you see what I'm saying?
You didn't. Yeah, you're right. So let me get your name.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Oh, now you're a clown, are you?
That's your name for real?
What did I just tell you, brother?
Let me see your badge.
What'd I just tell you?
What's your badge number?
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? Now you're in a clown. Now you're laughing at me, man. That's disrespectful, bro.
Let me see your name tape, man. I don't believe it, bro. Let me see your name tape. Why you got your name tape covered up?
Why would I lie to you?
I wouldn't say you lied to me, but I'm just
the
curious why
original-
your
I'm the
name
original
tape is
R. Kelly.
covered up.
I'm the original R.
Or
Kelly.
you don't even have a name tape.
I'm the original R. Kelly.
You the original R. Kelly?
Yeah. All right.
Is it Robert Kelly?
No. And I'm going to tell you what. I like my woman a lot older. That's all you have to know about that, okay? All right?
I appreciate you, R. Kelly. All right.
Stop laughing, brother.
That boy R. Kelly.